know what her first bullet says? TRASH.
Trash. Okay, I feel like I could go on. What
series
for hours and hours and hours.
I say to me before, ain't no much damn school. ain't not much studying to be done. Like, they're just not getting it.
They don't get it. They do not get it. First of all, he went to Target.
Ooh.
Okay, he went to Target, girl.
Target.
Probably one of the most most top tier gifts I received, like, in life from a male. He has to want to see you win, because I feel like a partner that truly supports you, that wants to see you achieve your goals, is going to push you and also just motivate you, encourage you, and be a support system. Right. He's not going to make you feel bad because you canceled that date on him, sis. He ain't the one. He ain't the one.
Please go.
I'm going off. I need a woman that brings me peace.
Oh, God.
I need a woman that brings me peace. Like, come on. I like the type of man that's going to stand up and at the end of the day be like, that's my baby, okay? That's my baby. I can say that with confidence.
Sometimes the man will be in competition with you, too.
Ooh.
At the time, my MCAT book was my main priority. It was my main boo. Yeah. That was my boyfriend, the MCAT. It was just like, this is how somebody should be treated.
Yes,
like, just amazing. Where you are, I need to be. And I'm just like...
jealous.
They were acting brand new on the island.
It was giving Love Island. But honestly, a study date is okay with me.
Yeah.
That's why you need somebody that's a good support system, but then can also be your rock in those moments. I've had somebody tell me like, oh, well, I'm just used to somebody that's more spontaneous. I said, oh, well, you can go find them.
Oh. But now that I'm back in like my study mode, they're like, you've changed. And
you go on TikTok, is everybody fixed? Stanley, new car, bog bag. Like, at the end of the day, you are taking care of real human beings, real patients. But I don't want you to think that it's like that all the time.
Like, social media is not a real place, and it's fake. Like, this is not the routine. This is a good day. Hey, good morning, guys, to myself in the mirror. Hey guys, it's me again. I like people who are transparent, who show you the good and the bad. Nothing's real in terms of aesthetics. Like, no one's maintaining. It's not gonna be 24/7.
Yeah.
Pristine.
Let's see. This one juicy too. Ooh. Let me clear my throat. I'm a little parched. Okay. Next topic, dating while in your medical profession program. What did you notice? What was your personal experience with this? And what did you learn, baby?
You want to know what her first bullet says? TRASH.
Trash. Woo, the crazy part is, like, I feel like dating within these programs could be a whole extra podcast segment. Okay, I feel like I could go on what
series
for hours and hours and hours, girl. So I don't know if I should start or you should start.
Girl, you can start because mine's locked there. I'm dating.
So my first bullet says that it is trash, as Shanae stated for you all earlier. I put that it's very difficult, okay? I will never forget, this was like, we were sitting, this was during my BSN portion of my Emory program, and I remember there was two girls, they were sitting across from me, and we were waiting to be called, like, individually for our little OSCEs. And one girl looked at her friend, and she was just like, so, like, you know, have you been dating at all? And I'm just over there listening / stressed, but also listening, you know? And the girl's like, yeah, I mean, I tried, but it ain't work out. Like, and like, I semi-giggled in my head because, like, you know, sis was spilling tea. She was telling the truth, you know what I mean? My main thing with this that I put on here, I just feel like it is very, 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 very challenging and difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's very challenging and difficult to try to build with somebody new in your life when you're in these programs. Exactly.
You hit the nail on the head.
I think the key is, and that's the difference too. People that come in with the spouse, come in with the boyfriend, girlfriend. You gotta come.
Different.
They gotta follow you, sis. They gotta follow you in. Cause I'm telling you, if you try to start dating when you're stressed out, you can't breathe, you have a heart attack, and people, especially, you know, which isn't talked about that much either, but a lot of guys do take a lot of stuff personally. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, they want to claim they don't have feelings, but let you tell them one time, sorry, you can't, I gotta study.
I've had a guy say to me before, ain't no much damn school. ain't not much studying to be done. Like, they're just not getting it.
They don't get it. They do not get it. And I feel like that's just so important. People have to know you before your program. They have to know you as a person, who you are, how you cope, and just on a personal level, because I feel like if somebody knows you personally or already has gotten to know you, if you say you can't do something, things, they know how you react as a person. They be like, probably like, damn, now they really that stressed. That girl can't come out to get some food because she in the books. Yeah. Like, my friends and people know, like, certain stuff girl won't turn down. You know? So it's like, Nandi's really going through it right now. Let me give her some grace and move accordingly. You know what I mean? So 100%. And I put that in my notes too. People have to put their personal feelings aside a lot, I feel like, especially the person that you're dating. And personally, I feel like I'm the type of person, like, I need somebody that studies me, okay? So somebody that knows me very well, you get what I'm saying? And or who is willing to put in that work to study me and to know me well. Period. Because I will never forget, this was probably like one of the kindest things somebody has done for me. But, you know, even though it didn't work out. But I remember I was getting to know an individual throughout my program at one point, and, you know, it was finals time. And this man literally put together like a whole little mini gift basket with like school supplies in it. And it wasn't just regular school supplies. First of all, he went to Target. Ooh. Okay, he went to Target, girl.
Target.
And on top of that, it was like the personal pens, things I actually use. Which means that, and the only way he would know that is not because I studied with him. He wasn't in my program. It was because he watched my Instagram stories. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I would post a lot of those types of things when I was in school. Like, it'd be my planner, my little pens, my little... So it's like, you studied me to the point where it's like, you knew. You knew. And that was probably one of the most I would say most top tier gifts I received, like, in life from a male. Like, and it was school supplies. So what I'm saying is, you know what I mean? It's the little things for me. It's really the little things. And I will say, like, you have to be with somebody overall that wants to see you win. Period. Ooh. He has to want to see you win, because I feel like a partner that truly supports you, that wants to see you achieve your goals, is going to push you and also just motivate you, encourage you, and be a support system. He's not going to make you feel bad because you canceled that date on him, sis. He's not going to be like, oh, well, I guess I got to go talk to so-and-so then. Or, you know, just in any form, try to belittle you or make you feel bad because you're out here trying to do the one thing you probably dreamed of doing your whole life. He ain't the one. He ain't the one. And I'm sorry, one thing about me, I'm going off. One thing about me, I most definitely, if you were a stressor throughout my school program, baby, you was cut off. I'm so sorry, because one thing about it, like, I was gonna put me first when it came to, because I worked too hard to get to a certain point just to get entry into one of the top schools in the US. Like, for you to make, come on now. Like, I literally, you were cut. And there's probably people watching this that was like, damn, I was cut. I was one of them. It's probably people watching it because you was cut. Like, I was too stressed, too focused on other things to be also having you come into my life as an additional stressor. And the one thing about it, men love to say this, I need a woman that brings me peace.
Oh, God.
I need a woman that brings me peace. Like, come on. But my whole thing is just like, you know, for the longest time, I didn't understand what they meant by that. Now I'm a little bit more hip. Like, I understand the meaning. But at the same time, let's be real. Women deserve peace, too.
Right.
Women deserve peace, too. And I just feel like if you were not that peace, if you did not provide me with that comfort, especially because, like you said, I'm definitely a person, I'm hard on myself. 100%. When it comes to anything I do, I want to be sure that I give my all. So it's like if I'm going through a program like that and you were just not a comfort for me, you had to go. But I'm also the type of person, like, if you are that person that is that comfort, I'll come to you naturally.
Right.
I'll come to you naturally because I want to talk to you. I want to vent to you. And even if we're not talking and venting, I just want to be around you because you bring me comfort, because you bring me peace.
Right.
And so I just, you know, I like the type of person, I like the type of man that's going to stand up and at the end of the day be like, that's my baby, okay? That's my baby. I can say that with confidence because they've sat there, they watched you through the process, they've seen how hard you work, and because they care about you so much, they want to see you achieve your dreams so much, they want to see you win, sis. They want to see you win. And so I feel like at the end of the day, I always say, learn, no regrets is the motto. Okay? No regrets. And yeah, I feel like you just need somebody that's gonna support you, always choose you, and be proud of you, and just want to see you win.
And even going off of that too, like the same way I brought up, like, know who your friends are, sometimes they're in competition with you, sometimes the man will be in competition with you too.
Ooh!
It should never be that serious, but I'm like, I want to win. You should want to win. We should both be winning.
Yeah.
But sometimes it really is that competition, which is just bonkers to me. How? I talked to a person who basically, I remember when I was in my master's program, he would always go out of his way to call my program a post-bac program. Like, he would not refer to it as a master's. He refused. Like, and he would try to like dangle his his education in my face. He was going to. Because I think he was gonna go to a program in, I don't even know if he really ended up going there, but like to Harvard. Like, he showed me like his Harvard, whatever, he got some Harvard keys or whatever, but I never saw the acceptance, personally. But he was like trying to like, you know, dangle little things and just was always in constant competition with me.
Yeah.
But like when I was talking to this person too, I was just like, you know, I'm trying to get into medical school. Like, this is the priority. So I'm like, we're just chatting where I can, but my priority, at the time, my MCAT book was my main priority. It was my main boo. Yeah. That was my boyfriend, the MCAT. It was him, capital H, was the MCAT book. And I literally would tell every guy I talked to that was the situation.
Now I'm taken already.
And half the time they didn't believe it. I'm like, you are the side. you are
my side piece.
To like during that window of life, I remember it was just like that was the priority, and I didn't even properly.
That's what people don't get to. Yeah. Like, that is the case, but it's only for a short period of time. We're not ditching you forever, King.
So let me just take this MCAT and then let me circle back. So basically, just make sure that your person is also a supporter. I did see this, like, a lot of my friends, when I met them, they were already engaged, right? Yeah. So like, this was in my master's program, but even seeing them progress from the master's program to medical school, like the support that they had by their partners was just chef's kiss. I went to all their weddings as well. Like, it was just like, this is how somebody should be treated.
Yes.
Like, it makes, like, put the standard even that much, just seeing like how they went through, how they went through things. They're like, oh my gosh, you know, their partner was so there for me, ready to, like, you know, pick them and go. Like, when clinicals came about, or, you know, picking for a school, like, not even picking for a school, but picking for a program, where should we go? He's like, wherever I'm going, I'm going. Yeah. Like, ready to just pick, like, I can get work anywhere, I could do X, Y, and Z.
That's
just
amazing.
Where you are, I need to be. And I'm just like...
jealous. Let me tell you something. I know this one girl, too, and she was, I think they were engaged. But, like, he always knew, like, if she had a rough day, like, after clinicals or school or work or whatever, That girl would come home and guess what? She had a nice warm bath waiting for her. He would do that every single time. Like bath and a glass of wine for her.
Aww.
Meanwhile, I said, let me get my butt in the shower. Damn. Like, but also, you know what I also wanted to say too? I feel like shows and stuff show this a lot. Granted that I'm not a grades girl, I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's because I'm in the field. I've never been entertained by those types of shows, but it happens in those types of shows, and I feel like a large part of that is true because in general, it's hard for people to understand things if they're not going through it. And that's with anything in life, like, period. And so I feel like on a lot of those shows, that's why you see doctors and other people, they're dating people within their program, okay? Not to say all the time it's 100% successful, but what I'm saying is it's a little bit easier in a sense because you don't have to worry about them thinking that you know, you're lying to them about you studying for 3 hours because guess what? They can be in the next cubicle studying with you.
Right, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of times I see why that sort of works and things like that, and it makes it easier in that sense. I went into pediatrics, so my cohort was all women, but...
Oh, Lord. So even like the people I'm talking about, actually they're people, well, they came in with the people, so they were not even in medicine.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I've also gravitated towards people who are not in medicine. I just need that balance personally. Like, even myself, like I'm more of an artsy, like I like medicine as well, but I also like
you have a whole different side to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just like getting a break. And when I come home, I want to hear about your day, and I don't want to hear about more medicine. What I'm saying? I just want to hear something fresh, something, you know. But I also do get it because I know a lot of people did, like in my school, like people were just dating each other, basically. Like, and I just personally, for me, I just don't like. I don't like people in my business. Yeah. So I don't really like dating, like, you know, within programs. I'm just like, so that y'all break up, everyone knows what the tea is, and then people are going, you know, everyone's just swapping people, and it just felt really incesty to me, even though it's not to use that term, but that's really what genuinely it feels for me, like within programs. But,
yeah. No, that's real. That's definitely real. But that's why I feel like either they know you beforehand, and they come with you, or you know, it may work out that you may, if that's something that does not bother you, you know, may be able to find somebody within your program. Still, I feel like still even within my program, once I was in pediatrics, there was no men there at all, but then also like overall, I feel like we had a lot of people in my overall big cohort that came in with people. Right. Like, people were taken before you even had the chance to know they first name, honey. So, I don't know.
The real tea is... people came... You know, I'm an IMG, so I went to the Caribbean. So, people came in with people, child. But they were acting brand new on the island.
Not it was giving Love Island.
They were acting brand new on the island. Whatever happened on the island, stay on the island for some people. I was in shock. I know times are stressful, whatever, but I'm like, my rule of thumb.
Times are stressful.
But for me, it's just like, if I don't want something done to me,
don't do it.
I don't want it. Yeah. I'm not doing it to somebody else, period. I'm like, I'm not in people's relationships, so don't ask me, don't ask, don't tell. I'm just, So, but like, even when it comes to people like within a program or whatever, like that also worked out. Like, you know, I did talk to somebody was in a, like, not my program, but was still in a program at the school. Yeah. And so, like, but the dates were just, we're studying. Yeah. Like, we're both literally in the cubicle beside each other, not just studying every day together.
Honestly, a study date is okay with me.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Those are the best situations, just like you're present, we're having little snacks and just chilling and just, you know, and then, like, you know, just.
Or even if they're not in, like, medicine or whatever, like, they're just also a student at the time. Because you can also do that, yes, because... You know, with my ex or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. When he was in school, we would, you know, sometimes just study together and things like that. And that's fine with me. Give me a little like, I'm a very just, it's the little things. Give me some Starbucks, give me a snack. Yeah. And we can bring our laptops and we can just study. Right. We can just study. And that is simple for me.
Simple.
Yep.
There is also, I feel like that balance also when, like, well, not even balance, but no, I agree. I agree. Because even the person too, like, when you're having, like, even when it comes to whether even as friends or even when it is a partner, like, it's like, oh, today's not gonna be a good study day. Like some people just still push you where you can still have like feel like you have a successful day. You know that kind of thing. Like still boost you, still hype you up, all those kind of things. Like or let's just take a break and don't make you feel guilty about it. That kind of thing as well. Because I feel like also as somebody who was not in the program at all, and they were just like, child, they would just be trying to dangle fun in my face, and it's just like I got to study.
Yeah,
like I have things to do.
Not
like
you trying to. Here's the
so you can just bring your studies to like wherever. I'm like, we're not gonna be studying on the beach, y'all. We're not about to be doing that or whatever the situation is.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna be in the sunlight.
Having fun, having a blast. Like, so that's the only thing too, because I feel like I also had a unique experience in terms of like school, because nobody's island, like unless people who are locally from there who are in the program, but majority this is not home for anybody. So the island became a new home for everyone. So everyone had to make new friends. You had your new people, but we're all there for one reason, to be doctors, right?
Right.
And so there's also a vet school, MD program, and other programs, but we're all here. So all of us are literally, everyone's in the study hall. How many study halls? Like the whole campus is just like, and we're all serious. It's not like people have different majors where, this major's like getting to have a blast, like they're outside, like, living their best lives, and we're all out here. Yeah, that happens in college. But when you're all just in one science, like imagine everybody from pre-med just in one place.
Yeah.
Everybody has their head on, you're looking like, oh no, you're not having a FOMO from fun, you have FOMO from, oh no, should I study an extra hour? That's a different FOMO.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the unique experience, I will say, that everyone is pretty much focused, so you don't really have that many distractions, unless you're literally seeking said distraction. But
don't seek the distraction, is what you're trying to say. Do not seek the distraction. But I also like what you said about, like, just having somebody, once again, that just doesn't make you feel bad. Because I just, like, I can even think about a time, literally, like, I was so sad. I wanted to see the specific individual, same ex. I wanted to see the specific individual. I was so sad. But like he knew how long I was sort of working to get to where I wanted to be. And this was even before Emory. I was still taking prereqs. And I was so sad because I think a test or something got rearranged. Something like that during the time that I was supposed to see him. I called that man crying. I was so sad. But you know what? That's why you need somebody that's a good support system, but then can also be your rock in those moments. Because I'm on the phone crying, and he's like, Nandi, it's okay. Like, we'll just, we'll do it next weekend or X, Y, and Z. But, I'm a planner, so I don't like when things go outside of the plan.
Nandi and you should be looking forward to it because she plans turn up, concert. It's there. It's highlighted. It's starred. We're working to this point. And then when that thing gets moved,
the reaction is not pretty. Yeah, I was boohoo crying. So, appreciate you.
Oh my goodness. But I also will say one last thing too, is that also you have chose a career in medicine, right? So if your partner is outside of medicine, remember that they didn't quite choose this for themselves at the same time. So like there is this commitment. So just be transparent in the beginning and let them know, like, this is what I signed up for. I don't want to quote unquote like drag you with me if this is not something you want for yourself. Like understand that there'll be times where I may not be home, or it's just a very demanding career. So like people get like holidays, like people get sick on the holidays, so I'm working holidays. You know what I'm saying? People get, so what the regular 9 to 5 is not the same situation. So if people have a certain vision for themselves, so make sure your futures, I guess, align, and let someone know in the beginning. Like understand that they didn't sign up for medicine, you did. So kind of like let them know.
No, that's really real. Those people that are transparent and stuff from the jump. Right. Because I know it's just sometimes you just gotta tell people, like, look, I really like you, but unfortunately and also fortunately, I'm at this point in my life where school has to be my priority. Right. I have to study. I have to, so I can finish, because ain't nobody paying tuition for 10 years, King. Like, come on. Like, so, if you are willing to stick it out and still get to know me, even though sometimes I may not be available all the times you want me to be, I may not be able to, hang out. And I feel like that's the problem too. Right. I feel like today's society and stuff like that, a lot of people and also a lot of men are used to things that are easily accessible to them. So, like, you know, I've had somebody tell me, like, oh, well, I'm just used to somebody that's more spontaneous. I said, oh, well, you can go find them.
Oh.
Because it's like, you're not, you know what I mean? Like, you're not about to, like you said, I understand.
Right.
You did not sign up for this, but this was not even my boyfriend. This was just somebody that, you know, I was trying to get to know. It's just like, you don't have to get to know me. It's okay. Like, it's okay.
It really
I'm
is.
telling you, I cannot attend today.
Right. And it's also very interesting too, like, to meet people at different phases of life.
Right.
Because I remember, like, when I was in my clinic in my 4th year, everyone's like, you know, 4th year is year free. And so I met somebody, and it was just like, I'm like, you met me at the right time because I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
Like, no real, like, no, besides sign-offs, like, no real responsibilities. Like, I'm free, cool. But now that I'm back in, like, my study mode, they're like, you've changed. And I'm like, I haven't changed. It's just,
I feel the same. I'm still me inside.
You're not free. You've changed completely. And I'm like, I promise you haven't changed. It's just, like, I just need to get
you have different priorities right now
out the way, you know. So you just happen to catch me at just a very freeing time. But now it's just like I'm back to the books. I'm like, I'm trying to you know, or not train. I'm trying to get these exams so I can now be in my training area. So when I go back to work, I can just be, you know, be this quote unquote same person that you met again.
Saying you're not the same person is crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, very true. Alrighty, and then let's see. So our last and final topic, social media.
Bloop.
Social media providers / nursing influencers, and then how do or did they ever impact your view on your profession, as well as provider nursing aesthetics. Okay, do you feel like certain aesthetics have been promoted on social media regarding your profession? And what role do you feel like these aesthetics play on others and their perspective of the profession? Ooh, gosh. So I'll start. I don't feel like what I've seen online has ever really impacted my personal view of nursing. But I do feel like the nursing aesthetic very like heavy, like prominent, like you see it a lot type of thing is what I'm trying to say. And that's day to day. You go on TikTok, it's everybody fix, Stanley, new car, bog bag,
right.
You know, I'm traveling, I'm X, Y, and Z. And so I feel like because that's always constantly shown to people, I do think people think that, oh, let me just be a nurse because I can go get a car tomorrow, you know what I mean? Be traveling, going to Fiji the next day. Like, I think people do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of get that from social media in regards to nursing. Like, nursing, our aesthetics, like, it's heavy out there, I feel. But, you know, my main thing is just this. I saw a post. I don't know if I can find it again. If I can, I'll put it on the screen, but it was somebody on TikTok that also was talking about just overall nursing aesthetics and things like that. And she was pretty much saying, like, at the end of the day, it's wonderful, of course, wonderful, you are needed if you choose to become a nurse, but just know it is more than just the bog bag, it's more than just the figs, it's more than just the Stanley.
The bog bag is something, right?
It's more than all of that. Sis, like, at the end of the day, you are taking care of real human beings, real patients.
1,000,000%.
You know, like, you still have to go through school, you still have to go through all of these tough things. Like, it's not just about all of that and what you see. But then also I feel like, even because, you know, we have friends and stuff like that are nurses, it's just like, I think a lot of the things, they make it seem like it's easier to obtain all the time than it is. It's like, yes, you know, nurses have a lot of flexibility, but even sometimes to try to stack your days to take those vacations can be difficult. You know what I'm saying? You have the flexibility to do so, but I don't want you to think that it's like that all the time. You can just be
and people have side hustles that are not being shown.
Yeah, as well.
To make things happen as well.
So it's just like, I definitely could see how it plays a role. I feel like for me, you know, I've always wanted to be a provider, and I've said this before in our previous video. My first choice was not originally nursing, it was to go to medical school. And so I think even in terms of like providers, I mean, you know, I'll let you speak on that, but I know for nursing in particular, I'm just like, ooh, I never really even seen that much like on my feeds and stuff because I was not searching for that, you know, during school because like I said, I wasn't intending to go into nursing school. So, but yeah, I definitely think it's out there. I think it's real. And, you know, I just want people to know, like, you know, being a nurse is wonderful, it's beautiful, but it's also a real job, real occupation. You're responsible for real human beings and you have to take that seriously. Okay.
Facts. For me, well, I was gonna just say, so I don't know, but can I say that like social media is not a real place and it's fake. So just everything you see on social media, just take with a grain of salt. Like everyone's just posting. Not everyone, not to put everybody in the back, but majority, it seems like everyone's gonna be posting their best selves. Right. I'm not about to set this camera up and now let's start having a breakdown right here. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm just not, like, no one wants to see that. I don't want to see it.
We're not getting views with that. No, this way.
No. No, but so if you know social media is not real, then that's my personal saving grace. I just know like everyone's just put, like, you know, it could be an outlet of how people want to be perceived, how people want to be seen, etc. But in terms of the aesthetics of like, this is how your house looks 24/7, this is your night routine, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like this is not the routine, this is a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, I have to take this clip how many times? Like, especially when it comes to like lifestyle, people like, you know, day in the life of X, Y, and Z. Those are always, I commend the content creators who do that method, because I know like what would it take brushing your teeth for 5 seconds versus, or like, you know, whatever the 25-minute routine has now become a 2-hour process because you're getting this angle, you're getting this clip, it's a lot going on, and that's not the norm. That's not their every day. That's not their routine. So don't think that your life has to be in this way or like dang, they have it together, because it's not real. It's a production. And they're showcasing, and I think I love watching the production. I love the ASMR sounds. I also watch those, and I love it. I too am in the mirror pretending I'm also an influencer. You know, hey, good morning, guys, to myself in the mirror. Good morning. Hey guys, it's me again. And today I do the little flick of my face wash cap and do all the things, but it's not a real place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then another thing I feel too is that a lot of the people I see, at least who are providers, is more of like a kind of like I made it. Like, I guess maybe that's just my own personal For You page, but it's more of like not a flex, but like I've made it, I did it. Yeah. You know, that kind of thing. So it's like, well, love that for you. I don't know what else I'm supposed to be getting from the content. You know what I'm saying? Like, they said I couldn't, but I did. You know, make sure, like, it's kind of like supposed to be like a motivational, I would say, like a motivational post, but at the same time, like, they're not posting all everything in between. So that's also up to you to also find like people who are also transparent, because I think there's like literally 1 or 2 transparent people I actually follow who've been like, sorry guys, I had people I know who just randomly like disappeared from the internet, came back, and they're just like, it was just a lot. I was depressed, I'm now on medication. They were saying this all like, I think this is their 3rd year residency. They were going through it, so they just stopped posting because they couldn't even keep up. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep up with all the extra. So they just kept it real. Like, I was depressed, I'm on medication, I'm like, it was a lot going on. This is not for the weak. You know, I thought that everything was gonna be great when I got here. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So I like people who are transparent, who show you the good and the bad, and are just, you know, and it's very vulnerable, because once you put yourself out there like that too, like you'll be yourself up for criticism, for people putting their own 2 cents in, unsolicited advice, people clipping your stuff so it's tough. I think it is tough. But I don't know. I just feel like people, I guess, post what they want you to see, but do not, as long as you're not comparing yourself, get the little 2 or 3 points you need. You can still learn from people on social media. There's stuff that you may not know. Child, if you want to wear the figs, wear them. If they have a discount code, grab it. Like, there's still like many perks to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But in terms of aesthetics, I don't really believe in nothing's real in terms of aesthetics. Like, no one's maintaining. It's not gonna be 24/7 pristine. You know what I'm saying? So don't. Like, I think we just
like, we're in a society where social media is just so heavy. Yeah. And so it's just like, deep down, like certain stuff's not real, or they may have had to take that clip 15 times, but because like you said earlier, you are what you eat. And I feel like if you're constantly consuming certain content or certain type of X, Y, and Z, you may start to believe certain things. Right. You know what I mean? So, just being knowledgeable about that stuff and X, Y, and Z. So,
but yeah, nothing really that I saw really changed like
yeah,
how I move forward or something to do with my career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anything, it's just like if you like, you know, do the day in the lives of like if you didn't get to do like a certain specialty or get to see somebody like, oh, I didn't know, like if you got interested, like for example, I'm interested in ophthalmology. I wasn't interested until literally my last year of medicine. I was in a whole different path since 7th grade. I had like blinders on, was gonna do plastics, and then, you know, then I'm like, dang, I like this ophthalmology stuff, you know what I'm saying? But now I feel like quote unquote behind on the curve. But so now I'm like, okay, you know, looking for like, you know, ophthalmology influencers and see like what's that room, what are they doing, what opportunities may come up, like people repost, you know, research opportunities, things like that. So it just depends on what you seek for yourself. But in terms of like really making an impact, haven't really gotten.
Yeah, I don't think it ever made a real impact.
Yeah.
Personally.
And then one other thing I'm gonna say, if you're looking to be an influencer too, I'm just like, as long as whatever you're posting and stuff, like remember to always have disclaimers and like, you know, you can't be giving care over the internet, like you can talk about your knowledge, but just, you know, still consult your own doctor. Still, like, I don't want anyone losing their jobs because in the name of social media. Like that's another whole scary realm. Like people are losing licenses, jobs, and like everything you work for just because you dance or just because you play music in the OR. Now all of a sudden, and mind you, these things have been happening way before social media. Music has been played, etc. Like, but because there's cameras everywhere and you know, like there's a certain situation that you have. Like sometimes they say like you don't always have to take your white coat off. So it's like, so because if you present yourself, like even me, like I'm like, should I? Like I've posted like content in the beginning, like in terms of like my medical school journey, then I just stopped. I went back to just posting what
I want to
post. And so, but it's just like sometimes it's like if you are going in there as like a physician, like it feels like they can take quote unquote take that away from you like by posting that. So I don't know, just find that balance, but just ask yourself, okay, like making sure, am I gonna lose anything?
Whatever.
Like, you know, it could be innocent things when people are losing their stuff. So just remember that too, I will say. That's that on that.
Alrighty, sis. Well, we have come to the end of our video.
Yep.
I feel like we covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of stuff. We really did.
Chatting your ears off.
Yeah, we were.
You made it this far.
Commend you. Love you.
They should leave something in the comments if they made it this far to the end.
Yeah, you should. Let's see. Leave a... Well, I'm going to think about... Leave a stethoscope emoji. Ooh. There we go. In the comments if you made it to the very end of this video. Period. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my sis Chinea once again for joining me and being on the channel. I hope that you guys were able to take something from this video. I really, really do. I feel like, especially when it comes down to my sit down videos, I hope that you take something away from them because I'm really trying to, you know, I'm trying to feed you the gems. I hope that you're able to learn from me, learn from us, and take anything from this video, take that with you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You know you want to. Look, you know you want to. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.
Bye.
Bye.